Girl, how you gonna do me? How you gonna do me that? How you gonna do me? How you gonna do me that? You gonna delete me? Tell me you won't come back. Oh, babe. You broke my heart when you left me, girl, and I can't concentrate. No, babe. You mashed up my life when you left me, girl. I don't know what to say. I can't live with this feeling, no, no way. It's like every time I love her, the woman and them just run out. It's like every time I love her, the woman and them just run out. I'll never love again. I'll never love again. I'll never love again. Girl,
Eyes, a woman you make me cry. Never heard, never you tell the lies. You are the woman of my dreams, girl. Don't even know what you're saying, yeah. Girl, I wanna spend my life with you. No matter how busy, I'll make time for you. Say for the thick and thin, man, I write for you. And if it's loving what you want, you get that for two. Girl, I love you for you. You never pressure me. Girl, I swear you were sent for me. And I was good without you. What you made me, you better me. This you give me the melodies. Girl, you can take all my royalties. 'Cause you have been dancing away. No, dancing away. Your love just makes me feel. Just dancing away. You have been dancing away. This thing just makes you feel.
I have a best thing right in the face. You have a best thing right in your ways. Come, let me jam, let me jam, let me jam, let me jam, let me jam to the bed. I wanna make love, love to this song that's so good. I wanna buy you a road, girl, so you can put on a show, girl.
Man, Cash, you doing your thing, bro.
I need you to know I have a best thing right in the face. You have a best thing right in your ways. Come, let me jam, let me jam, let me jam, let me jam, let me jam to the bed. I wanna make love, love to this song that's so good. I wanna make love, love to this song that's so good. I wanna drive you crazy. Girl, you drive me crazy. I go bring my friends and you could bring your friends, and we friends will all line together. Just decide who host we lining in. This place alright, right here in the back. Yeah. I go bring my friends and you could bring your friends, and we friends will all line together. Just decide who host we lining in. This place alright, right here in the
Hi, very back. Is the building.
Our in-house guest host tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than Mr. Anthony Smart.
Good night, Cole. Good night. Good night.
And our special guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is Janine Clark, the CEO of Designs by Destiny.
Good evening.
How you doing tonight, Miss Janine?
I'm great.
Yeah.
Cold.
It's cold?
It's cold.
Yeah, it's like 20-something degrees out
It
there.
is.
All right, Janine, so this is how we're going to start the show as we do every show. First question off the board is, where were you born?
I was born in the small state of New York.
New York?
Yes.
I thought this child was born in Trinidad and Tobago.
Me too.
right? So when she called me, she said, hey, I was born here. And I said, what are you talking about? I was born here. She was like, yeah, I was born here. I was like, nah. So you mean I switch up a whole platform? Nah. But let me ask you something. So, being that you was born here, right? When did you move to? When you moved after you moved to New York?
So, my parents came over from Trinidad, moved to New York. I have been in Louisiana since I was 1.
What?
Wait, hey, Janine, you taking me for a ride, like, serious. I'm not expecting that. See, this is why I like stuff like this, because you find out shit you don't know. I ain't know that.
So yes, I grew up here.
Okay. So when you say, so when did you find time to go to Maryland? Like, you went to Maryland too, right?
Right. Yeah. So after college, I went to Maryland and I stayed there for about 13 years, and then I moved back home.
So you went and soak up all the Maryland stuff and bring it back to New Orleans, right?
Yes, but I wanted to come back home. I wanted to be back here. Here is more comfortable for me.
Okay.
And family was here. I didn't have any family there.
Okay.
All right, Janine. Janine, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about Janine.
So, like I said, I grew up here. I have an older sister, younger sister. We're all 5 years apart. I have 2 children, 10-year-old and gonna be 24-year-old on Wednesday.
Jesus Christ. 24. I got a 21-year-old.
24.
24. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So, that's me. My family is all here. I enjoy all the nerd stuff. I'm a blurred. I'm a black nerd. I really am. I like technology. I like books and reading, and I just like doing new stuff, learning new things. Self-taught with a lot of stuff. So that's me.
So, you talk about you being a nerd and stuff like that. Nerd means education to me.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
What is your educational background? I mean, what have you learned in
What
life?
have I learned?
Yes. You know?
Well, so I did graduate from West Jefferson High School here, valedictorian.
Okay.
I went to Xavier University, Louisiana, got a bachelor's in biology, pre-med. Then I went to grad school and I got a master's in genetics. And then I went back to grad school and got a master's in educational technology leadership.
Girl, you better get your
And then,
Hey, who you listen to? Who you listen to? Nobody, boy. Nah.
You better
Animals gonna come to it. Who you listen to? Nobody, boy. Nah.
so that was at George Washington University in D.C. Then I got a certificate in school administration and supervision from Hopkins. So,
John Hopkins.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, now you see my face, okay? I mean, that's real. That is real nerd stuff right there. You're damn girl.
Leave her alone. That is phenomenal.
So, with all of that, where did you get this entrepreneurial desire and your designing capabilities? Where did that come from?
So when I was at Xavier, I worked at Campus Connection, which is, if you go between Xavier and Tulane, it's on Broadway. And they made a lot of Greek paraphernalia. So that was actually the first time I made shirts and learned how to use a heat press and learn how to cut out letters. And so this is going on 20 years. I have these skills. And then when I moved to Maryland, I actually started Designs by Destiny 2003.
Wow.
So, and back then I was just doing rhinestones, like rhinestone templates for some of the Greek organizations there, a few of the businesses. So here is my second iteration of Designs by Destiny. So it's been around a while.
Okay. So what inspired you to start designing?
It was I'm gonna tell you when I first started, and it's usually how everything starts with me. I was bored. And you know, I knew I could do the rhinestone shirts and all that thing. People would like that. And so I used to do that by hand. This was before all the machines that would do it for you and everything. I used to sit there with tweezers and put rhinestones one by one on shirts and make templates out of transparency film. Yes, it was. But that was my stress reliever.
She talking about some real old school
Some
stuff.
real
there.
old
I just
school
want to let you know. Okay.
Well, y'all in the business, so y'all should know.
Real old school stuff, eh?
So when I came back here and I realized now they got machines that cut it for you and do it, I was like, oh, you know, again, I was bored. I said, well, let me start it up and try. I bought a machine. I still had the heat press that I had from when I started in Maryland, which is probably 30 years old now. I don't know. And that's how I kind of just started. And I will say, Quasi was my first customer.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
Has to be supporting black businesses.
He was my first customer. When I told him, I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna do shirts and things like that. He's like, let me know. I'm buying. And that's exactly what he did. So I do have a gift for you to say thank you.
Well, don't do this now. No, don't do it to me. Don't do this to me now.
Come on.
Damn,
You gotta take your gift.
I'm going to open it on live too, eh?
It's two sets of
Let me
things in there.
see.
One for the crew and one for you. So this for the crew. This for the crew when y'all in here or wherever.
Very nice.
Right there.
She like, where am I?
Yes. Nadia, we'll get yours.
And that one is for you.
Dog.
I get my flag on it. I get my flag. Yes.
Oh, I like
That's
it.
nice.
Thank you.
Good work.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Y'all ever get me to cry today?
So I just want to show my appreciation.
Man, that was so heartfelt, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. All go on with the interview, please. I will cry. All just go on with the interview.
Okay, so Janine, could you tell us a little bit more about the lab, aka J9 Learning?
Okay, so the lab is my workshop. And because of my educational background in science, that's really why it's called the lab. That's my reminder to me of my journey through life. I've been the only black person in my programs. I've had to do 3 times as much work as everybody else because I didn't get the training that some of them got. You know, in grad school, I was really like by myself because my first exam, I bombed it. I failed it. Never failed anything in my life before. Failed it. And I was like, I don't understand. And they were like, oh, well, you had to do this and this, and we learned this. And I was like, I don't have any of that.
Wow.
You know, so.
Did that discourage you in any way?
It actually did, because I was actually in a PhD program. And I just got to the master's and I left because I really did feel like it wasn't my place. And I will tell you, when I left, I felt like I let down the whole race, you know, like just everybody, because I couldn't finish it. But at that time I knew it was something else better for me, which is how I ended up in the other master's program. And that's the work that I did with that is actually the work that I do now, because I do have a full-time job still that people don't know about.
Child.
So that's my homage to my history is the lab, but it is a workshop. It's not a storefront that I am in every single day, but I'm there enough that I could say it's another full-time job. And then if anybody ever been over there, you'll see two logos, Designs by Destiny and J9 Learning Solutions. So that's my other business, and that's website design, curriculum, writing, instructional design. That's my other master's as part of that part.
Okay.
So like, I know you're like, when it comes to wearing a lot of hats, right? You're just like me. How do you manage to wear all these hats and still keep it going?
No sleep.
All you hear that? You hear what she just said, right? No sleep.
Don't sleep.
Team no sleep.
So I don't want to hear nothing about you don't rest enough and you don't get enough sleep. That's what we got to do.
No
Hello,
sleep.
I'm talking to the person in the back. Person in the back. You hear that, right? I just hope you hear that.
For real. So we want to pick your mind a little bit. You talk about working in the lab. How about you tell us a little bit about working on a certain or any specific product you have coming out from thought process to the final product?
So I try to stay away from coming up with my own original design, because that's not really what the purpose was. I really like hearing other people's ideas and then making it a reality. So when they come to me and be like, I just need something orange and I like flowers, and I'm like, okay. And I try to work with that. And so for me, it's like a puzzle. And I just try to figure out. Yeah, it's a challenge. I take on a lot of challenges. And it really is a puzzle for me to try to figure out, okay, I'm going to try to interpret what they're saying. Hopefully I hit it. I might not.
I'm sure you do.
Most of the times I do.
You definitely hit it. Definitely.
But I definitely, and then once I get enough questions, I ask enough questions out of them just to try and jog my brain some more. Then it goes on to, well, what's the best material to use? I don't use screen printing, so it's not easy as, I'll just make the screen and make it. I try to figure out what's the best approach to it to save whoever money and me time. So that's usually my process. And if they like it, yay.
Right. Because I know for me, it's like I've never came to her with just, this is what I want, A, B, C, D. It's like, Janine, I need this. What you want? I don't know. Figure it out. Bye. Have it to me in 2 days. If you guys can read some of the texts between me, it's like, this nigga right here.
You see, that's because you have a certain level of comfort with what she produces for you.
Oh, I've never second guessed her. Not one bit.
Exactly, which means,
she the shit.
She the shit.
That's what that means.
Yeah, she the shit. She's good at what she does.
It's like, I don't know about anybody else, but for every design you have done for me was dead on the first shot. I ain't had to be like, nah, nope. That one line logo with the gold glitter around it. Oh, Anthony, when I tell you, when I first saw that dog, it was like I saw my first girlfriend. I'm like, man, that shit look good. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like,
you must really work some magic.
Man.
Well, I try. Part of it is learning and asking questions about what it's for, and then the personality of the person. So I know some people are glitzy and like glitter. Hence, you got some glitter.
Well, let's see what she trying to say. I exactly Tamano, or like, come on.
Yes.
That's messed up.
She got you pegged, bro. She got you pegged. She got you pegged, bro.
Man.
All right. So basically, the next question, she already answered my next question. Like, where do you get your ideas about your designs? Like, where do you get them from? So I'm guessing you get them from the customers, or.
Well, I mean, I'll come up with my own stuff, and really, it's in listening to other people, or I might just see something on TV, and I literally have a little note app, and I'll just jot it. And I'm like, one day I'll get back to it. At some point, I'll get back to it.
Because you got a lot of slogans that you.
I got
a lot of shit. A lot of stuff.
I know they're not all PG.
Yeah, we know.
But it be subliminal though. You know, you don't know what, like, you know what you're saying, but hey, you can't knock me for it. Prove it. Prove that's what I'm saying. You just don't know.
You know, I have always gone through life saying that everything has a double meaning, and sometimes a triple meaning. You know, and with some of the things that she does, man, look, I see that meaning. Okay, I mean, Janine posts up one line, I look at it and I go, damn, there she go again.
That's why your wife be like, oh Lord, don't get him started, please.
Yeah. You know, so let's switch gears a little bit. All right. You know, Quasi mentioned, or Level mentioned that, you know, you do a lot of things. And one of the things that I've seen is something called Woman Up. Okay. I've read some of your blogs and stuff like that. There's some interesting stuff. So, you know, tell us about Woman Up.
Okay.
What is Always Woman Up about? How does that apply to Janine and the way she lives her life and things like that?
So, Always Woman Up started, and I might as well just put it out there for those who don't know. My husband had girlfriends, and so when it was time to leave, and finally made that decision.
Your husband had a girlfriend?
Oh, yeah.
They tend to do that when they become husbands. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. And
Hey.
Have a husband say no right there, though. Have a husband say no right there.
Not all of them. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Not all of them. Passion, Anthony.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, Janine, go ahead.
So at the time when I was kind of process what was going on, what was going to be my next step, because as I said, I didn't have any family in Maryland. So it was really, I moved there with him. I had my daughter, and that was my family. So, you know, it took a lot to process what was going to be my next step. So I had a best friend at the time. She was having issues with her husband as well. And of course we would commiserate, because misery loves company. And you know, I said, we can't be the only ones going through this. There's no way it's just us. And I came up with the idea with the blog, and it was supposed to start off as a dating horror story kind of thing. So a lot of the first set of posts are just about things that happened while we went on dates and when we were younger and all this crazy stuff that happened. And then we kind of started going into just how we are, I guess, operating as women, going through some of the stuff that we're going through. And so it kind of turned into like a self-help sort of thing when we ran out of dating stories.
Okay.
But we did invite other people to write things as well, to contribute. So not everything is me on there, and not everything was her, and unfortunately we're no longer friends, but because I left my husband and she stayed with me, and we didn't have anything to really mesh with anymore.
Okay.
So but you know, the full title of it is Always Woman Up, Never Back Down, and it's just, that's how I processed that was my therapy, was writing and just getting it out there. And people were like, oh, you're telling people all your business. So at this point, it was just like, whatever.
But you still use it as a release for you, though.
It is.
Because I see you still write on that blog, and you know, there's some things that come
I
out
did.
there.
I put one out yesterday for Valentine's Day, and it's about my struggle between monogamy and polyamory.
Yeah, I saw that word and I tried to pronounce it.
fellas, all listening, please listen carefully to this segment. I'm about to jump right now. Please listen, all right?
I tried to pronounce that word, and I thought I was doing something with medicine. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it was really interesting. Yeah.
So it's all kind of things. It's just things that I'm going through. You know, the last one was health wise, some of the stuff that popped up, and I'm gonna go back to some dating stuff. I need to wait a little while till my parents move back to Trinidad. Then I'm gonna put those out, but I'm because I still feel like I can get in trouble. But I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I'm Trinidadian parents, we know. Yes. Okay, so if you're taking all of that, you're mixing it up in this pot, you know, and it's a feminine thing. Okay, so what advice to mothers, you know, and what advice do you have for daughters as a mother, you know, in terms of preparing them for life, you know, so that they won't go through some of the things you go through, and to better prepare them for experiencing life themselves?
I will say, have your own shit, okay? Like, I don't even know how else to put it, but just have your backup plan, or your, I hate to say it, like your mad money stash, because I really did.
Basically, don't depend on no man.
Yes, and I'm not by no means do I want a man bash. I don't want to say I don't need no man. It's none of that.
Yeah, fuck them niggas, child. Fuck them.
Damn tacky. Damn tacky.
And my daddy.
But just have your stuff, because there may come a time when that man is not there anymore, and you still need to keep it moving. Like, you know, it shouldn't be you give all yourself to him, and then when he decides he doesn't want it, that now you don't have anything left. You're supposed to complement each other, not take away from each other. So I tell my daughters that I'm like, have a boyfriend, go ahead and have fun, do whatever it is, but make sure you have your stuff straight, so that if anything happened, you good. You know, it took a long time for me to build myself back up, moving back here. I literally I left a house, I left all of that, I left a career, I left everything, and I had to start over. So that's my biggest thing.
I like that. Strong, independent black woman.
Yes.
I like that.
It backfires sometimes though.
Hey.
Why you say that? Why you say that?
You know, I had a conversation with my father, and I mean, y'all all know my daddy. So he's very like, I have 3 girls. Y'all need to know how to take care of yourselves.
Yeah, them Anthony's are like that. Hey, what's up, Anthony?
Hey, I only got one girl child, okay, that I know of. Okay? Alright.
And, you know, he mentioned the other day, he said, I don't know if I made the right decision making you all so independent. And, you know, he taught us the independence part, but he didn't tell us the effect that would have on men that we were in relationships with. Right. And so even with my own marriage, I would kind of get you always calling your daddy for something. I'm right here. Why you calling him for that? Why you need help from him? You know, like, or if I would.
My daddy not gonna tell me wait till Friday when I get paid. Like,
exactly.
That's why they be tripping. For real.
Yo, that's something really wrong with you, though, Jen. Something really wrong with you, though.
But that's the truth.
It is.
I was really once told that I was too.
You know?
I was really once told one time that I was too independent. Somebody broke up with me and said that I was too independent because I don't give him the chance to.
Independent,
but if I tell you I want something and I want it now, when you telling me to wait till Friday,
that
then
independent, I want to buy my side.
you gonna get it.
Yes. And it's it really is a real thing. Like, I remember telling him, I need you to install the ceiling fan. It's hot in here. Maryland was getting 90 degrees in the summer. I was like, I need you to install a ceiling fan. Box sitting there for 2 weeks. I said, you know what, Daddy, how you put the ceiling fan up? He give me directions. I put the ceiling fan. He walk in.
It's not hot no more. I'm cool, sir. I'm not suffering.
And he was upset. He really was upset. Well, you couldn't wait for me. I waited already.
No, I waited 2 weeks.
I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna suffer. No. But it's little things like that, and it does affect a man's ego. And I've had to learn sometimes you just gotta let a man be a man.
Girl, fuck the man's ego. Heard it. You don't care when they hurt you.
That's my best friend.
Fuck it.
That's why
Yeah, I know, but
she real with it.
But true.
So Janine, let me ask you a question. So like, what's your vision for your company? Like, what's the end game? Like, what do you want to see Designz by Destiny accomplish?
So I think my I guess right now, well, I guess it's kind of what I fell into is helping a lot of small businesses with their branding and getting their name out there. Because of course, you try to go online and you're like, I just really need 2 cups. That's it. And they're like, no, you gotta buy 100. And you're like, what am I gonna do with 100 cups? It's just me and this other person. Why I need 100 cups? So being able to do that for small businesses that only have 1 boss, 2 boss, 3 boss, maybe, is kind of where I've kind of fallen into. And I definitely want to continue doing that, because I got a lot of, well, you should just outsource and just do a whole bunch, and you should just do screen printing so you could do a whole bunch at the same time. And I was like, I don't want to get away from where I started with it. I'm trying to make it convenient, and I know as small businesses, you don't have a whole bunch of funds, and it's, like, you don't want to spend $1,000 on some mugs. Like, it's just not realistic. So I just want to be able to do bigger things. So like that flag was a bigger item.
Right.
I started printing on yards of fabric because some people wanted to sew on some stuff. Some are using it for backdrops because they're doing videos for their business. Cell phone cases and stickers and whatever else I could do.
Oh, girl, and I got to talk to you about making labels for my baby.
See?
My baby needs some labels for her lip gloss.
Yes, exactly. Things like that.
And
Just
what I like the most is that you're for the community too. Like, when you look around, I lied to you, I'm not. You see her work. Anywhere you go, the whole entire den is her work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching YouTube, Instagram, and like everybody's posting up their stuff, and I'm like, damn, Janine name on that shit again? Damn, Janine name on that shit again? Like, she working out here. Like, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So let me. I know last year, like, we had the pandemic last year, right? So I know how you spent your big 40, but tell the people watching how you spent the big 4-0 last year.
Well, I did get sick last year. And this was like maybe a week into quarantine and I got sick. So I was out for 3 weeks and down for the count.
I'm talking about before. I'm talking about in Trinidad. Like,
oh, you mean Carnival?
Yes,
that was the last thing
story.
I was able to do.
I want that too.
You know, my mother thinks that's how I got sick. That's what she believes. I don't know, but that was my goal last year was to go to Trinidad Carnival. I was going to go to Soka in Japan.
What?
Yeah.
Woo!
And then
Chile.
What? I'm about to ask us, what is that?
So they actually have a carnival in Japan.
What is that?
They have a carnival.
Taki, don't start with me. Please don't start with me. I'm asking because I don't know. I don't know. What you want me to do?
They have a carnival in Japan in September. So yeah, so that was my plan.
It be lit.
I always wanted to go to Japan. I actually took Japanese in school, but I didn't.
I done. I fucking done. I done.
Look,
Yo,
at this point,
damn.
Janine for president.
Look, if I have a question coming up, right? So when Taki asks this question coming up, let fucking Ben handle this scene. Let me tell this.
Janine for president, goddammit. Look.
But that was my goal, and I was just gonna travel, even if it was little weekends. I was gonna go here and there. Pandemic happened, and it just it just blew up everything, everything. So I'm glad I went to Trinidad for Carnival, because who knew
And forget
it
you,
was gonna be the
girl.
last one.
Anthony too. Forget Anthony
Yes.
too.
Both of them was there.
Yes. I had a ball. I didn't finish the round though, but I had a ball. I couldn't.
Time out.
Oh God, my.
I'll put you on the spot for that shit.
Ooh, my feet were.
What you mean you didn't finish?
Don't go there, boss.
What you mean don't go there?
Go there, boss.
I
You're
could not
supposed to finish. I don't care if you collapse at the finish line.
You quit the carnival round? You quit the carnival round? Nah. I don't believe that.
I could not even. I had the wrong shoes. I don't even think it matters. As Anthony said, he said it don't matter what shoe
The
you
truck
have
would have
on.
taken me the rest of the road. I would have been on somebody's truck. I got to finish.
I'm used to Miami Carnival. That was a whole nother just level of walking and stamina, and I was like, I was not ready. I can admit I wasn't ready.
Okay.
I still loved it though.
So Taki, I'm gonna leave this question for you to actually know.
Okay. Boom.
This is
I
the
want to ask this
controversial
question.
part
No,
of the
anything.
segment, audio.
So boom, you done told us that you had all these tricks and trades and degrees and all types of stuff. There are certificates. The girl a doctor. Y'all don't know it. Cause you got a man child.
You heard it first on the den. No man. Alright?
They're gonna have all that. They're gonna have no so in her life, y'all.
But listen,
Oh.
I'ma just forward the DMs. To her. See, look, it's done already. I'm gonna forward the DMs to she. Don't worry about it.
No, I've been dating. I can't say it's been going very well.
The just fuck them niggas.
Hey, Taki, mute your mic, Taki. Mute your mic.
Moving along.
What else they looking
Good shot, guys. Good shot.
going well for? What else is these niggas looking for? This girl she a doctor, she a lawyer. She can know CPR, she can work on your computer, she can fix your whole outfit, she can put your fan up for you. What the fuck y'all want? What y'all want? I don't know what's beautiful.
Man, you stupid, yo.
So how about you tell us what's next for Designs by Destiny?
Well, as most people have seen, I've been starting to buy bigger equipment. I just have to have a place to put the lab. The lab can only hold so much electrical output. So the plan is to build something that can handle some of the voltage of these bigger machines that I would like. Until then, just trying to come up with new stuff, new ideas. You know, I use a whole lot of different materials and trying to mix the materials together to make something. I like doing that. So if I'm gonna do rhinestones with some vinyl, or I'm gonna do adhesive vinyl and then have some sublimation, I want to mix it up and make some unique things.
So what that design right there is called? Like when you not the pillow.
Oh, the pillow. Okay.
That's like putting two stuff together.
So
The fuck mouth.
So there's about 5 things that I do, right?
Okay.
The easiest is the adhesive vinyl. So my little jar is here. My little bathroom set here, if you read it.
The ones in the front, right?
The ones in the front, just the tip, balls deep.
Now you get it? You get it now? You get it now?
Don't be nasty. This is for cotton. This is for cotton swabs.
Okay.
Balls deep is for
Cotton ball.
cotton balls.
Well, you mean by balls deep. Alright?
Spit or swallow is for
I done. Only have a spit and swallow mouthwash container. Only. By design, by destiny. Hey.
so. That's adhesive vinyl. So that's what you could put on like vinyl signs, you know, outdoor signs, glasses, that kind of stuff. That's the simplest thing right there.
The sticky one.
Yeah, it's like stick. Yeah, but it's for outdoor, so it's permanent. So
Okay.
that's one thing. Then there's heat transfer vinyl, which have a bunch of stuff. But like the heat transfer vinyl is just the solid colors, and you can layer them, and you can cut them how you want. That kind of thing. That's the heat transfer vinyl. So that could go on cotton and polyester and other materials. This is sublimation, and sublimation works on polyester fabrics, and it works on polyester coated items. So this is my little, it's very relaxing, but the sequins are polyester.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how come you can print on it.
Cool.
How does it change like that? It's two sets?
Yeah, it's just two-sided sequins.
And the machine does that, or you?
No, you buy it all with the
Okay.
sequins down, and
Yeah.
then you just print on it.
Okay, okay.
You do that, and then you can flip it up, and you do your thing. I actually have a
Nerd shit, bro. Nerd shit.
Yo, you didn't get any degrees or? You didn't get any degrees
Nerd
or?
shit, bro.
I have a look. I got a shirt that does it too, and it's flipped on there, so I can stick it on there
Okay.
and unflip.
Do your thing, bro. Do your
So
thing.
that's so
Okay.
sublimation. Then the rhinestones. I have the rhinestones, and then the other thing is like paper products. So cake toppers and the note cards and menus and that kind of stuff. So it's about 5 services that I dabble in.
Soon to expand.
Soon to
So it's safe to say that you definitely outgrown the lab. And how long you been on that spot on Manhattan?
2 years.
And within 2 years, you technically outgrown the lab already.
Yeah, because I was in the living room of my parents, and you've seen it. I was in my own little corner, and then it just got too small. I moved to Manhattan 2 years ago in March. So this actually going on 3 years then. Yeah. So and every time somebody comes in, they're like, "Oh, I remember when you were all the way in the back of the shop, and now you're starting to come to the front of the shop." So I'm trying to leave the front open for classes that I want to have at some point.
I'm taking that class. We in there.
But it's gonna be a variety of stuff. So like my sister does cookie decorating, and so we have some kid and adult version cookie decorating. My other sister does jewelry. My daughter likes to paint wine bottles. We had some sewing class, all kind of stuff. So just a variety of things to just do since most of us are home
So
bored.
that artistic vein runs through the family, apparently.
It is. My older sister's an engineer, but she does jewelry.
Yeah.
The younger sister
Daddy,
is
Daddy Anthony.
What?
Daddy Anthony, I'm talking. Not you, no, she daddy.
Oh, okay.
Boy, how much guns did you have growing? Hey, how much guns you have?
Yeah,
We gonna talk about that when you come. Nah, boy. All your daughters, so? Nah.
So you know,
Yes,
we all like we need a creative outlet. So all of us have kind of found our way to be creative, because you know the jobs that we have are so analytical and
Yeah.
kind of it could get boring. So we need an outlet.
Okay. So, Janine, on the den we have a few segments, right? So, guys, the first segment we're gonna go into there is the song of the week. So, as usual, I'm gonna let my bedroom Cash take over, introduce the song of the week.
Alright, people, you already know the song of the week for this week coming out from Trinidad, from the man Voice, and this one called By Any Means.
I tell no lie, I ready to jam on something. I tell no lie, I'm in cities and the pumping wood. But I refuse to let this stop me, no.
believe it. That's the voice. The name of that track, By Any Means. For all those who can't be in Trinidad right now,
Sweet pan back there.
we feel your pain.
Hey.
You see my man got on his shirt, the Banca Carnival. But I'm sure you, we're not gonna miss her next year, y'all. We not. No, we not. All right, so right now we're going into the second segment of the night, and it's the trending topic. First off, we're gonna talk about violence and our black women community. Like, it gotta be, we gotta put an end to this. Like, it's getting ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
More than ridiculous, man.
Especially back home in our country.
We specifically got to see violence towards women. That's the whole pinpoint about this right now, because it's really getting out of hand, man. I believe into the younger generation is almost coming a trend, and it's something sick.
But why y'all think that is though?
I don't know.
Niggas is pussy.
Aki, like,
Here we go again.
That's all you got? That's all you got? That's all you got?
What she said?
The niggas that
I
do
can't
that,
repeat that.
What she said?
Niggas that do that, you're not gonna see them getting in no fight with no dude. They're not gonna get in no. I ain't never seen them get in a fight with a dude. If they did get in a fight with a dude, they got knocked the fuck out. Like, that's the type of niggas that put their hands on females.
Not. Yeah, you right. But as far as like with the killing too, like the killing, like that's crazy.
And they big small.
Ooh.
What's wrong with this?
What that got to do with violence?
Let's talk about the violent part.
Let's talk
about the violent part right now.
She don't even know what to say.
What you got?
Like they have to make up for it.
Make what for the violent part?
No, they feel like they're not manly down there, so they feel like beating on their woman or something is the manly part. I don't know. Or something like that. That's how I feel about
that goes always, Taki. I mean, manly or not, you know. It's something that's been happening for eons. You know, I say for eons it may be an exaggeration, but based upon what they say, it has a lot to do with how our young men are brought up. You know, women are supposed to know their place in life. Okay, when they don't know their place in life, you know, you need to put them back in place. But that is not necessarily the case. And you know, because they've been kind of trained that way, that's what comes out. You know, we need to learn to, or we need to train them the other way around. You know, women are something to be, you know, not treated like that. You know, women are something to be loved, and, you know, treated well.
Cherished.
You know, cherished. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. You know, we need to teach them that. You know,
really,
they don't know that.
But here what she gonna hit you with. Some cats ain't grow up with that kind of mentality.
And it also could be the absence
but
of a true
there are
father.
some of them that did grow up with that mentality, but still for whatever reason choose to revert back to some shit that they didn't grow up with. Like, it's weird. I know a bunch of people. I know a bunch of females that's going through stuff like domestic situations with men that their mom and their dad is still together right now, and like they'll let you know they stuff. I wasn't brought up like that, but why the fuck is you doing?
Yeah, because my man just sitting on the couch. He just said because of the lack of their father. Their father not there.
Absence of a father. That plays a lot too. A true father too, because some fathers are wrong and still not there, you know. But still.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But
if I see my son
you would think that the absence of their father would make them, because they saw their mama go through some fuck shit. So why would you put the other woman through some fuck shit if you saw your mama go through it? Like,
right.
Sure, and I usually repeat what they see at home too, you know what I mean? So, I know.
What do you think, Janine?
Oh, I can't hear.
Oh, you hear me? Oh, there I go.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's a control thing in one aspect, because think about it. It's like women independence, hear us roar, and the men may feel sometimes.
Less superior.
Well, yeah, and it's like they're not needed, and I think that plays. I think that plays an issue sometimes because there are some men who really are like, I'm supposed to be the breadwinner. I'm supposed to take care of my family, but here I got my wife or my girlfriend. She's making 3 times as much as me. She really don't need me here. I'm taking care of the kids. Y'all say that, but there's a lot of them who have issues. They have issues with that.
Where the apron at? Where's the apron?
And that's basically a explanation of real or fake, man. You giving to me right there.
And
real, man.
Right, and
They have no
you're right.
issues with
And
that
you're
once
right.
things going down. You know what I mean?
I got one question though. Where's the apron? What time would you be home? Dinner will be ready by 6. Dinner and your bath will be ready by 6 o'clock. Don't fuck, man. Man, shit.
I won't. President and company excluded.
But let me ask this question. Don't you think sometimes
that is true.
that women initiate some of this stuff
I do,
by the
I
way
do.
they act and the way they respond?
I absolutely
Because, you know, as you
Yeah.
say, you know,
I absolutely
oh, I'm
do.
an independent woman. I don't need shit that you got.
Exactly.
And, you know, you basically just, you know, throwing
Shit
it in the
on them.
mind.
Yes,
Yeah,
you did, and
You know?
I think us as women need to learn that, to calm it down a little bit as well, because we can still have our independence, but we don't have to like be independent.
Yeah,
Make sure you know I'm independent
Hear me
somehow.
Hear me roar.
Yes. I think we need to calm, because I mean we still, as much as you're like, oh, we don't want gender roles, or we still kind of in the men should do this, women should do this kind of thing. And you know, the lines are getting blurred
Yeah, that's
now,
gonna be a-
and we're having chaos right now.
That's
That's really
gonna
what's
be a
going
hard
on.
thing to fix because I mean, you know, think back. You say you're a geneticist or
A
genealogist or something like this.
geneticist,
Okay. You know, this shit goes back to our genetics. Go
Yeah.
back to the caveman.
Yeah.
You know, the caveman was bred to protect the woman. He protected the woman in his clan. You know, so that's in our DNA.
Yep.
You know, and when you don't do it right, you get beat over your head with the club. You know, that has come true in life. We just have to be able to retrain our young men that, you know, that shit ain't right. This ain't the way you do it.
All right, y'all. So another one of our trending topics. Everybody know that it's kind of right about now. My boy right here will be in Trinidad.
And me.
But for
Feeling
those
real
of us
nice
that
right
don't,
now.
that didn't go last year or the year before, we were in New Orleans getting ready for Mardi Gras, which is tomorrow, right? So with that being said, there's no Mardi Gras this year. I don't know if this is the first time the city has ever canceled Mardi Gras. Is it? Anybody know?
Long time.
I ain't never heard of it ever
I've been in
happening
New
before.
Orleans for over 30-something years. The first time I remember
Yeah.
that.
And so
The first time.
my question to y'all is like, what do y'all think? I agree with the mayor 100%. That's just me. There's no way you can have an event like that and not
And keep control of this virus.
Yeah.
you know what I
right.
mean?
There's no way. So when it's like, yo, I'm sorry, but there's no carnival this year, Caribbean or not, I'm cool with that because at some point we gotta stop the spread. Period. So I see people posting up, oh, they still going this way, they gonna break down the fence. I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, we gotta get outside eventually. We gotta do it the right way eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's it. Basically, that's it. If you really want to reach to the point of we getting out, going outside and getting back to the norm, we gotta step away from it for a while and understand that, because if we don't do that, we're never gonna get to that point.
And he's right, because like I was telling somebody, and I might be wrong by saying this, but like Japan and China, they've been wearing masks for 50, 60 years.
They've been doing that. When I first realized that, they've been doing that since the SARS outbreak. You know, a couple of years back. I can't remember exactly when it was, but they started wearing masks.
And that's like second nature to them. And
Yes,
like,
it
when
is.
we get it for 6 months, we can't handle it. Like we weak. It's like nah,
we about to
You gotta
die.
realize that those cultures too are not, they're not touchy-feely cultures. They're used to kind of
Yeah, you're right.
getting my
They don't
space
do
kinda thing.
PDA.
Yeah, they don't
You know, they
do
don't
kind of like,
PDA,
so it's
you
a
know.
little easier for them. And I think with us, especially here, we're all very just kind of hugs, kisses,
But I'm like-
you know, social.
I'm like half and half with it because I'm like, yes, she's doing the right thing, but then you look at the Super Bowl. You try to tell me that whole stadium, everybody was COVID free. You see how much people was in that stadium for the Super Bowl? And it's like these football games, it's like, yo, what y'all doing? The NBA spent billions of dollars on a bubble. And the shit worked, but the NFL is like, nah, y'all niggas don't play on the field with other niggas who like to party and go to strip clubs and shit and get the phone and bring it back to your family. But y'all can still play.
Hey, that's all about the dollar, bro. That's the almighty dollar there. You know?
All about the money, that's it.
All right, Janine. So as we do all our guests on the show, we ask them their top 5 music artists. It doesn't have to be soca, reggae, whatever genre it is that you want to class them in. Let's hear your top 5.
Alright. So I listen to soca all the time.
Okay.
More than anything. So of course in my list, Marshall will be in my list, of course. Yes, would definitely.
What order?
Wait, what order?
Oh, I need an order.
Yeah,
One, two,
your
three,
best
five,
to your
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Guys, they really pressure on me. They really pressure on me. They can name 10 artists, but tell them who's your number 1. Don't hurt nobody's feelings.
Marshall would be number 1. He will be number 1. To me, he's like Michael Jackson or soca. So that's my number 1, right?
Who?
Marshall.
That your number 1.
That's my number 1.
All right.
Cass will come next. Just because I just love looking at him. No. He have good music.
Anyway, Skin Boy, they ain't the music. They ain't the music. They ain't the music. Yeah, it ain't the music.
I really like GBM Neutron, and I don't think he gets enough play and credit. But I really like his music. So he's definitely in my list. And then I will say I like more of the like old school ones. So like Sherwin Winchester, I like his songs. I know your wife is like, ugh. She's made it very clear. She's like, ugh. But I really do like him. And I want to say, I know they come as a package now, like Bungie and Faye, and you know, together. I like them together. I like when they do stuff together. I mean, I like Bungie and I like Faye, but when they do stuff together, that's my Beyonce and Jay-Z right there. Like I like the back and forth and the collab with them.
All soca.
Damn. You sure you was
I know,
born
because
here?
I go and listen to the radio. I'll be like, what the hell are they singing? I don't even know what the hell they saying. And now I feel like my mother when she used to be like, what are y'all listening to? I'm like,
It's funny how that shit come back around, huh? It's like, cause now it's like Lil Uzi Vert, this Vert, baby this, baby. I'm like, Lord Jesus, I'm out of the loop. I'm out of the loop, Lord Jesus.
I ain't trying to be in that loop either. That loop's stupid.
Don't talk about the people them like that.
Can't understand none of the people saying. I'm sorry.
I mean, I like bounce music. I do like bounce music to a certain point.
Right.
Because when it start going, when you gotta hear it for like an hour, you're like, okay, you know, my head hurts. I can only hear yuku. I can only hear that for so long to like change it, please, to something.
You need a real rhythm to keep you moving.
Right.
Yeah, I got you.
So Jay, tell the people out there that don't know how to find you. Tell them how to find you.
So I have our website is designzbydestiny.com. Instagram is Designz by Destiny. Facebook is Designz by Destiny. And I am on Manhattan Boulevard, 2245 Manhattan Boulevard, Suite 203. And I'm only there when I'm working. I'm not there all the time because, like I said, I got a full-time job.
You want to hear that? So call for your appointment.
Yes, call for it because I just get all kind of calls. You at the shop? No, I am working. And my phone.
That's Kevin.
Kevin is guilty, yes. Phone number 504-233-8088. 0008, and I just got a new number, 504-881-0514, and designzbydestiny@gmail.com.
So, y'all heard it first, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you guys for tuning into The Den. I'm your host, High Level. We have Mr. Anthony Smart in the building, the co-founder of Soca Hustlers. Y'all see it? Website dropping real soon. My man DJ Cash in the background. And listen, y'all, our guest, Destiny by Designz, she did her thing. Thank you for coming to The Den.
It's designed by Destiny.
Sorry, Designz by Destiny. Sorry. Because
And TikTok is on the Zoom.
wait, hold on. Let me finish now. Because I'm you and I'm Kevin to get to. So, Taki, thank you for zooming in. But in all honesty, get your ass back to the NOLA so we can do our thing, And
Thought she was
listen,
gonna get away from the cold.
our new producer of The Den, ladies and gentlemen, is the Hit Factory. He's not also the cameraman. He's the new producer that got the whole zoom in. You see how you switch that? My man's like that. My man's just doing that in the background over there, you know what I'm saying? So I want to big him up over there. Big up my brother. And I want to tell you guys, tune in next week to The Den. We have the owner and CEO of Island Paradise Restaurant and Grill. She's going to be in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Nadine Barbosa is going to be in The Den next Monday, February 22nd. So the only way to see it is at HLE Television on YouTube. Okay, guys? So Cash gonna take us out. Thank you guys once more for joining The Den, and have a blessed night.
DJ Cash.
Sing it. What up, vibes, we did it again. Shimmy with a bad rhythm again. Full of style, and we fling it at them. I sing it again. Yeah, so let up, pull it up, and me so lift it again. Woman, them a wine and splitting again. Give me the script and make me flip it again. My style well different. Losing a man, fire diamonds, well freezing my hand. You a what style and flow, man, I float like butterflies, sting like bees in the man. Nice, the season, a man, I fight like Muhammad Ali in a man. You a what style and flow, man, I float like butterflies, sting like a bee. You say you're living up, you're living a life. Socialize, but you a socialite. Yeah, if you don't love me, well, look in my life. You know what this is every.
Make y'all get upset. Them sick of me. I beg God now, make you get rid of me. And not everybody get my energy. Me love my own company. Them too bad mind. Warrior, you not like me, I me even know you. Full of bad spirit like no big grow you. Me a go strive and show you.
Jordan,
make them vex. One compete like say a contest. When me do good that get them press. Can't mind them own damn business.
Jordan ask me for shoot me, say that easy. Ain't no say Jordan call me and say yo did that, Janu. You really need that. That's alright then, watch out. Jordan ask me for shoot me, say that easy. Dog them a fool, none no clue to the flow when me use, yeah me flow, give them flu. I'm fly, yeah me flew, them a watch with them eye when me fly, when me flew. On an island we cool with a nice little boo, with a smile we so cute and a vibe by the pool, and she tight and she smooth, and me like how she ride when she ride on the tool. Pussy them a try, them a prove, treat them like my kids when me drive go to school. Dog, ain't no say Jordan call me and say yo did it dog, Janu. You really need it dog. That's alright then, watch out. Jordan ask me for shoot me, say that easy. Dog them a fool, none no clue to the flow when me use, yeah me flow, give them flu. I'm fly.